Okay, hi. So as you can see, I have this Docker file, and this Docker file has some configurations, Docker file configurations for getting the image of the Jenkins and then have it run as an image on the Docker desktop. And this is the Docker desktop. So this is the image that I have created. I have run this Docker file and have created this compassionate Pearl man. This is the name of the image that has been formed, and we are checking the logs over here. And as you can see, the Jenkins is fully running, is fully up and running as it says. So ideally, should be able to access our Jenkins on the port 8080 because that is the port of the Apache that it runs. So as I try to hit this, it is saying the site is cannot be reached, but we are able to see that the Jenkins is fully up and running. So here is what we are going to find out as how is this kind of things are happening and what we can do. So if I go to inspect, I could see this is the Jenkins homes and everything, all the configuration files. This is the volume that is Jenkins, where Jenkins home volume. This is the volume that Jenkins takes, Jenkins image takes on the Docker mount. So we will check how we could solve this. Okay, so the one thing that I missed in when I checked, the one thing I got to know that one thing that I've missed is exposing this port. This is the port at which the Apache runs on, the top of which the Jenkins server runs. So we have to expose this 8080 port in your configuration file and also do a port forwarding. Like here, when we run the image, we build the image, this particular Docker file has been built, it is getting all the images and it is running, adding it to the repository, it is updating the repository, it is installing the Docker, and it is using the root user to run the Docker on the top of the image that it is getting from the URLs that has been specified. So that was all about the configuration thing. Now once we build the image, here I have built the image, Docker build -3, all this kind of things, and I'm running this image, and this 8080 this is the port forwarding that we do. So one thing, your firewall to the Ubuntu server should be, because I'm doing it Ubuntu server, you may be doing it in some different server, so that will have some different set of commands that needs to be run, that can be checked on the internet. But here I'm checking whether it is under the firewall or not. If the firewall is there, we have to disable it, and we have to do the port forwarding, and we have to expose the port in the configuration file. And now as you can see, I am able to create my, this is running, and I am able to create my first admin user. So since everything has been configured the new level, so that's why it is like we have to configure. I did some kind of configuration on it to have it to have it get ready for the deployment of my application that I'm building, which is Amazonis, and on the top of which I'm building all of this kind of things. So previously it was there, but since I changed the image and did all the complete configuration, so I got this. Here we can see this is complete installation is done and all of that. So here is the image. So I did get a new image. So that's why everything has been reconfigured right now. Ideally, we should use the same container for this, if any kind of. So this is a new container. These are all the logs. We can find it in the Docker desktop. This is the path from where we are getting the configuration in Jenkins homes is there, and then this is this we have ports, that is nodes, and then slave nodes and master nodes are there. So this is the point at which the slave node port is there. So these are all the configuration. This is the volume of on the top of which this Docker image is running, and yeah. here I'm bounding this one to the 8080. This one is not bound, but here I'm bounding this 8080 to the local port. Ideally, we would have it deployed to EC2 or mostly EC2. So we would have this port binding and IP address binding based on the public IP address of the EC2 in place of that 0000, that is the indicator of the local host. We would have that public address of the EC2. So this is all about how we can get rid of the not accessible Jenkins running but localhost not accessible from the internet. Thank you.